isn't. I just don't know, Stinky. Oh, hello, my little poppets. Well, Stinky and I were just in the middle of a conversation. Something quite mysterious has happened here. Now, I know there's always funny things happening in my house. It's the house of fun, isn't it, Stinky? Yes, it is, and there's always odd occurrences here. But I found this morning, I was just about to get my sketchbook because I like to do some drawing and some sketches from time to time, and I found which looks to me like, thank you Stinky dear, a tiger print on my sketch pad. And it does appear, Stinky, to have some sand on the print. Can you see that, dear? Yes, look at that, my little poppets. A tiger footprint on my sketch pad. Now, I must say, I've heard of going on a bear hunt, but never on a tiger hunt. Now, I think, Stinky, perhaps he was wandering around outside, and perhaps he walked through your sand pit, because you like your sand pit, don't you, dear? Yes, you do, and you haven't been playing in it for quite a while. So perhaps he walked through the sand pit and then came into the house looking for something to eat. You hope he doesn't eat you? Yes, well, hopefully I don't think he will, and I'm here. I wouldn't let that happen anyway. But I don't know where he's got to. We'll have to keep an eye out, won't we? Yes, we will. Anyway, I am waffling on just a bit, and today's story, my little poppets, is called Augustus and His Smile. Thank you, Stinky dear. And there is a rather marvellous tiger on the front. Perhaps it's a bit like the one that's snooping around in my back garden looking for something to eat. Ooh, I'd better look out for that, I think. Well, Stinky, my old chap, I think you should nestle down there amongst the cushions and get nice and comfy. Good boy, that's the ticket. Down here under the story tree, lovely and comfy there. And we'll crack on with the story. Augustus and His Smile. Well, he does look like a friendly tiger, I have to say. He has a butterfly on the end of his nose, so I think it's all right. I think he's a nice tiger, this one. And here we go, my little poppets. Augustus the tiger was sad. He had lost his smile. Well, he's lost his smile. Fancy that, how sad. He's lost his smile. Oh dear. So he did a huge tigery stretch and set off to find it. And there he is, my little poppets, having a wonderful big old stretch there. There's nothing like a good stretch. Sometimes I do that when I wake up in the morning. Makes you feel good to have a stretch. And cats do like to do that. First he crept under a cluster of bushes. He found a small shiny beetle, but he couldn't see his smile. And there he is there, looking at the beetle under the bushes. Look at that there. What a wonderful tiger he is. Then he climbed up to the tops of the tallest trees. He found birds that chirped and called, but he couldn't find his smile. Well, he's climbed up a tree there and he thought perhaps he'd find it up there, but there's nothing there but birds. I wonder where his smile could be. Oh! Further and further Augustus searched. He scaled the crests of the highest mountains where the snow clouds swirled, making frost patterns in the freezing air. And there he is, climbing up the mountains. He's not giving up. He's going to keep on going till he finds his smile. And I hope he finds it, I don't know. He swam to the bottom of the deepest oceans and splished and splashed with schools of tiny fish. And there he is there. He's even looking in the deep blue sea, trying to find his smile. But nothing there but fish. Poor Augustus. He pranced and paraded through the largest desert, making shadow shapes in the sun. Augustus padded further and further through the shifting sand until, and there he is there, and you can see his wonderful shadow there in the sand. I wonder what's going to happen. I do like tigers. I think they're marvellous animals. Pitter, patter, drip, drop, plop. Oh, it started to rain. And there he is there, cheeky fellow that he is, with his tail sticking straight up there. He'll be all wet. Oh. Augustus danced and raced as raindrops bounced and flew. He splashed through puddles bigger and deeper. He raced towards a huge silver blue puddle and saw, and there he is there. He doesn't seem to be bothered by the rain, my little poppets. I suppose that is because he's a tiger. I know house cats don't like to get wet. Oh, they make a terrible rumpus if they get water on them. There, under his nose, oh, his smile. Well, he found his smile after all. All he had to do was look at his reflection, and there it is. Ah, silly old Augustus. What a silly tiger he is. And Augustus realised that his smile would be there whenever he was happy. He only had to swim with the fish, or dance in the puddles, or climb the mountains and look at the world for happiness. Happiness was everywhere around him. Augustus was so pleased that he hopped and skipped. Well, he's a happy fellow now. What a marvellous beast. Look at that handsome tiger face. Oh, I'd love to pat a tiger. Wonderful. Beautiful animal. And jumped away smiling. Oh, there he is, leaping for joy because he's found his smile. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Oh, some footprints there, like the one on my sketch pad. And the last page, some more footprints. Look at that. Well, the end. Augustus and his smile. What an absolute fab book. I did like that. And, you know, quite appropriate for what I found this morning on my sketch pad. Well, we'll have a chat to Stinky. Stinky, my friend, he looks so cosy down there under the story tree. Did you enjoy that story, dear? You did? Well, that's excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed that story. And you know, Stinky, I think we're going to have to keep an eye out for that tiger. We might find some more tiger prints, mightn't we? Yes, we might. Well, Stinky, we've come to the end of story time, dear. It does go rather quickly, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Well, my little poppets, as I've just said, we have come to the end of story time once again. But until next time, take care and bye.